There's no way to make an intro not cringy, so we're going to skip the intro and we're going to go straight into it.
Yeah. So welcome back to the Woodsmen Podcast.
Welcome back.
It has been a long
It's been a minute
while since we have been here.
I feel like it's mainly my fault.
Just a
but
little.
I think it helps now with the equipment we have to better utilize podcasting.
Yeah.
I guess, if that
No,
makes sense.
100%.
Hear my
yeah.
little soup sip?
So, Christmas came around, and obviously
Christmas did come.
Brent James Murphy was a good boy, and yeah. So now we're recording with an Apollo. I feel like we're pretty official now.
It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, we were using Yetis.
I know.
And
I hated
our
my
iPad.
Yeti. My Yeti
iPad
broke
quality
so many times. I had a mic before the Yeti. Actually, it was a non-name brand mic. I don't know where the hell I got it, but I remember it had like this red. What is the?
Is it blue?
What is that called? What you put over it?
Oh, like a pop filter?
Yeah, pop filter. It had a red pop filter.
And it like was, one of those Amazon ones.
It peaked at talking normally. It was so bad.
The mic level just
the mic level was just atrocious. It was terrible. And I have video game Let's Plays that I've made on my channel.
That's awful.
With that terrible mic, and I regret it to this day.
Well, yeah, we went from those kind of mics to now recording with an SM57, an RE20, and an Apollo.
It's way
and an
better.
M1 chip MacBook Pro.
Dude.
I mean, like, I didn't think we'd get this far.
I mean, even me, because I'm not even... You have all this stuff because you need it. This is like your line of work. The fact that I have the Shure SM and the other Shure...
It just makes everything so much easier, bro.
It's crazy.
Like, the more mics you get and utilize...
Yeah.
You know, just the better off you'll be, honestly. I mean, these mics will last me for
years,
if not forever.
I know, dude.
So it's definitely an investment, but...
I remember when the internet swapped over to the Shure SM. I remember, like, every podcast started using them. Music artists started utilizing them a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't really remember it being as popular as it is now. I feel like it's super popular now.
Yeah, it's almost like industry standard, I feel like, now.
At this point, yeah.
At this point, everyone has to kind of have this to be on the basic level.
Did you hear about the new law that they're supposed to be passing where they're getting rid of flavored tobacco products?
Really?
Yeah, so get ready to not have any more flavored Nick anymore.
Oh, good. That's nice.
So stick to cigarettes like a man.
Stick to ciggies.
Yeah.
It reminded me, I heard a story. I'm probably going to get the place wrong, but I think it was Indonesia, just banned having sex before marriage or living in a house with someone before marriage. And so now if you break that law in Indonesia, you like get a year in prison. Yeah. Pretty wild, bro.
That's insane. Actually, I mean, if we're bringing up some crazy shit like that, have you ever thought about the fact that whales just
here we go.
Just take a deep breath?
What do you mean?
They don't breathe underwater. They don't have
That's
gills.
true. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
Like, have you ever thought of just like, that's just insane to me. I know that's so off topic, but
no,
like,
honestly,
have you ever just thought of how crazy ocean animals just are?
No, honestly, ocean wildlife is probably the scariest wildlife to
100%
terrifying.
Scariest.
Because we just don't know anything. I mean,
we don't know shit about
shit all the time.
Yeah.
And every time, don't you feel like every time they make a new discovery, like a new specimen in the ocean they've never seen before, it's always scarier than the last one that they discovered.
Yeah,
it's got like 8 arms and like 5 eyes.
Yeah, there is no seeing that 8-arm, 5 eyes squid monstrosity.
Yeah.
And then turn around and be like, oh, look at this new blowfish.
Yeah, there's
like,
never just a new nice fish. It's always some ugly
terrifying
monster.
Yeah. I'm glad we both just
No, honestly,
put that
wildlife in
sentence
general
together. Like,
is terrifying. Me and my mom were talking just the other day about kangaroos.
can we talk about the fact that mooses are just
Mooses are a whole
bigger
other
than
level.
cars, bro?
Mooses terrify me with how big they get. No one realizes how big they get until you see one in real life.
Yeah, I see those videos on TikTok and everything of like the
They're
moose
passing.
walking
It's like
by.
2 cars
Yeah,
in
and you're
height.
just like, you're okay with that?
I
Like
ain't.
you're not
Yeah,
panicking right
nah.
now?
Not for me, bro.
So back to the kangaroos.
Oh no, it was just a little thing, but yeah, we were just talking about just how strange it is that they're so human-like in
They
the way
are
that they
very human-like.
move, the way that they attack and hunt things.
Dude, their muscles,
Yeah,
like
it's
they just have full
creepy.
six packs, and I don't understand.
They
Like
really do.
it's so scary.
There are more kangaroos out there jacked than I will ever be able to get. That sentence doesn't make a lot of sense.
That
but
I
I'm
will
gonna-
ever be able to get.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it works, but
you know what I mean.
I'm
I'm not going to make it to a kangaroo level of jacked anytime soon.
Kangaroo Jack.
Oh my god, it all makes sense. That's what this
Kangaroo
podcast
Jack
has been
or
leading.
Kangaroo Jacked.
Bro, Kangaroo Jack, I love that movie. It's been so long, I forgot it existed.
I very much enjoy the live action one.
The live action one is the one I'm talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
the cartoon
Like-
one's okay, but like the live action
The
one is
live action
hilarious.
one is so funny, bro. Like,
Dude, I think it's
I think it's a
got
movie
the
for
mask
stoners.
kind of comedy. Would you agree?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Mainly because I don't remember much of it. you
I don't
know?
remember much, but I remember he wore sunglasses.
Yeah,
and
he
a
did
red
wear sunglasses.
sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Like a
I
hoodie.
feel like the hoodie was a staple, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't
it
the fat
was.
kid give him the hoodie? Or am I mistaken? Was he not fat? I feel like he was
dude,
fat.
now I don't know. My memory is so bad. With
There was
that.
like kids, right? They were like teenagers or something. No, they weren't. They weren't teens. They were.
Dude, I have
Were
no
they
idea.
adults?
I don't remember.
Damn, I don't.
It's been a
This is a whole chunk of
This
my
is why
brain.
we need
that-
Isaac, because he just remembers
Yeah,
random.
how does he
ass
remember shit like that?
movie things?
Yeah.
That fool has
so-
gone back to college.
Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. him.
But I mean, hey, let's just talk about some of the wins though that we have had. You finally graduated.
I did.
Like you're back.
I finished.
Period.
Forever.
Forever.
I'm. This is it.
Because you're like, there
I
ain't
gotta
no
get
f***ing way I'm
Yep.
going for a master's.
No
so.
way. Yeah, absolutely
no way,
not.
No way. So, I mean, that's a good achievement. Congratulations about it. I don't think I've officially congratulated you.
Well, thank you.
Last time we talked, it was also your birthday,
Was
October
it
28th.
really? Really?
Yeah, dude, because I didn't come out to Arizona
That's
this
true.
last
Yeah.
semester, so yeah,
Yeah, you're right, it was
so
my
you're
birthday.
22 now.
22.
I'm feeling 20. This Taylor Swift year was not it. Let me tell you.
It was. You know what's crazy?
I'm feeling 22.
Actually, I'll
no,
get to
I'm
that later.
feeling tired. That's what I'm
Dude,
feeling.
I am feeling tired.
This time change has just got me so messed up.
Dude, time change is ridiculous, and that's a whole topic in
I
and
have
of
been
itself.
falling
I
asleep
hate
at
it.
like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know,
thinking
dude.
it's like 11.
Isaac has been giving me a lot of recently because I have now adapted into probably what we should be doing, which is getting tired around midnight. Because
should be.
well, like
You need to be getting tired at like
no, you should be
10:30.
getting tired at 10. But I feel like for our age right now, and with our lifestyle, 12 is like where I think it's because
but
literally 2 years ago we were staying up every night till like 3 to 4
that
a.m.
is true.
playing video
That
games.
is true.
And it's not that that's not fun anymore.
I also
dropped
wake
my
up
phone.
at 6 a.m. every single morning.
Yeah,
now.
it's just too tiring
internally.
now.
Internally, I wake up at
Yeah.
that time.
I internally now wake up at 8
That's a good time.
ish, and then I fall back asleep if I'm not doing anything that day around until 10. But
Dude, I wish. I've been trying so hard to go back to sleep. Like I'll wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And like it's weird. Like I'm wide awake. Like there is no like I'm groggy, and sleep in the eyes. Like
Yeah.
I'm talking eyes open, pink, and just
and you're just up
all
and at
right.
'em.
I guess I'm ready. And I'll sit
Yeah,
in
that's
bed.
not me.
And like the problem is, it wouldn't be a problem if I didn't literally just lay in bed till like 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Mm.
I'm sitting there like that's like wasted time. I'm sitting there
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
phone, because you sit there, you tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Let me check my phone.
And then you spend
You know damn well as soon
you're
as you
just gonna
check your
go
phone, it's
down that rabbit
over.
hole. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just feel like I could be using that time for something else. Um, but I don't know how.
I
Like I keep telling myself, 2023, I want to be more productive, but I don't know what to do. I mean, I think it's because I know once I start my job, it's going to be different, next
No, for
week.
sure, for sure.
So I don't know if it's just me internally being lazy and telling myself, it, like
It all kind of depends once you actually start doing the job. It's like if you
that
follow
is
through with
true.
it or not,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I just want to do something. 2023, bro, I just don't want to be broke.
I don't want to be broke either.
I think that's just,
That's also my goal too.
I think the end of maybe halfway through 2022, all my creativeness just fell through the window. I don't know what it was, bro, but I feel like just 2023, I got to get back on it.
No, I
I got to
feel it,
start
honestly.
posting content. I got to start getting back out there. I want to do more music. Um, but damn, dude, I don't know. I've been in a funk lately.
What do you mean? Like what kind of funk?
Just trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, man. Like it is
It is the
terrifying. I
question.
mean, cuz I think it's different. I think that's the one difference between me and you. Hold on, sorry, I got to readjust.
You good?
All right. I think the difference between me and you is you were on campus away from home and you were you were stuck in those classes.
It's true.
Like you were, you
Yeah, I
know,
had no option.
there was no like, maybe I want to try something different.
Yeah.
There is no, that kind of thing when you're away
That
from
was
home and
yeah.
what are you going to do? Call your mom and say,
Mhm.
hey, I know we've been spending thousands of dollars on all of these media classes, but I want to try this instead,
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
um, but with me, because of my community, there's so many things, man. There are so many things that I didn't like, things I didn't even think I would ever be interested in where I'm like, damn, for $50, a unit, I could like learn how to do that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and then you get into stuff like that and you start overthinking like, oh, do I even want to do what I think I want to do now? Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
and at this point, I don't even know what I want to do. I don't even know if I want to play music. We've had this conversation like many times about cancel culture and
Oh yeah. Oh
all of
yeah.
this stuff, and it is really shaken me recently. Just like there's just so much everywhere about everyone. Like no one is safe with
Yeah.
anything, and it is like
It's
terrifying.
literally stepping on marbles nowadays, trying
Yeah, it
to I
is.
don't know if that's the
uh,
phrase, but I
I
think
think
it's
it's
close.
walking around eggshells.
That's what it is. Walking
That
around
yeah,
and just
yeah.
stepping on marbles.
Stepping on
We're
marbles, yeah.
gonna another trade for right.
Jackson, we're gonna play jacks with the
Yeah, yeah.
with the ball.
But no, it really is. I think the same thing. It's like, you know, I wanted to be an actor or maybe a chef or something, or like
Yeah, I wanted to
especially
do
when I got
something
it,
in
I
the
wanted to get
spotlight.
something where I was going to be the known one, and then it was like after all these recent, what, 6, 7 years, I think
I would
more
say, yeah,
recently 3, but like it started 6, 7 years ago when you started to get more relevant.
where it got more traction, where it
Yeah.
was like, ooh,
It's just like
what is
cancel
that? Like the
culture.
Me Too movement and
Yeah,
everything. I
yeah.
think that kind of started maybe six
It
or
just
seven
makes it.
years.
It almost makes wanting to be famous or be a celebrity, which is a completely valid, goal in life.
You have to be brave.
You have to be very brave to do it. It's just, it's not worth it anymore to
It's
me.
yeah. I
I
mean,
completely agree with you.
I love music so much. I mean, it's been my life, you know, always. But I just to be out there and have just, there's all these people where they didn't even do anything. You know,
Yeah, yeah. No,
and
yeah.
it's like, dude, like I couldn't imagine like
Lives get ruined,
your life
relationships
getting ruined over
broken.
something like you had no
Mhm.
idea, you know. Some of these people, it's like I don't even know who this person is.
Yeah,
You know, like
exactly.
just
People
this random
and
person, you
that's
know.
that's just the problem with the internet, man. That's
And it sucks because I'm not saying that you know, it doesn't happen and like women are getting raped, all that kind of stuff, I got to give my
yeah.
disclaimer, because if we talk like this and don't say we
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
agree, then people will
Mhm.
cancel us for that. But, um, it sucks that there are people who are playing victim who aren't. And then I feel it just discredits everybody. It's like the boy who cried wolf,
Oh
pretty much,
yeah. Oh
like
yeah.
eventually it's like so many false,
You're never
accusations
going to
just
know
kind of
what
ruin it for
stories.
everyone else,
Yeah.
and
That's honestly a really true fact. We're going to get to the point I got to believe in a couple
everyone's either
years.
going to be skeptical or everyone's just going to
You're
be,
never going to know who the
guilty until
actual
proven innocent,
exactly. You're never going to know who the actual guilty parties are because everyone's getting taken down whether they're guilty or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Just because people don't know how to, examine the facts instead of the rumors. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a big problem nowadays is people don't actually sit down and think about all of the sides of the stories.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
never take into account both parties.
Yeah, it is just it's scary, bro. I mean, and like we were talking about before we started filming uh at Denny's. Um we were just talking about how scary it would be to raise a child at this point, in the game.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of our friends right now already have
Mhm.
kids or are married or are going through divorces and
Mhm.
we're both only 22.
I know.
Like, like that's like so crazy for me to think about. And it's just like, wow. I couldn't imagine with everything going on right now, all the school shootings, all of just the cancel culture stuff, the racism stuff, like there's still active,
Oh, for sure. For sure.
active and alive racism that we're seeing, I feel like more frequently. Um
Yeah. Yeah.
and, police brutality and all the COVID stuff and just people really showing their true colors,
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
it's scary to think that, we live in America and that's something that we all go through. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter what state
the
you're
fact
in,
that
I
this is
think we're all
just the
kind
way
of
of life that we're all just so used to it. It's common now. Is
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I just I couldn't imagine, like our friend and
Mhm.
they have their
Yeah.
baby boy right now and
Too.
just think
His
in a couple years, and with and I
I
probably shouldn't be using all these names, we should
pro-
probably like
I'll bleep him out.
yeah, we should probably cut some of them out, but
You make the
just
audio sound good if anything needs to be cut so that we don't get canceled.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
we don't say anything we're not supposed to.
You get it. We'll put in a commercial or something right there.
Yeah.
But no, it's just crazy. We have all these friends that we grew up with, just raising kids, and props to them. Props to it
It makes
is
it's a weird
not easy.
age because it makes you start to think about like, am I going too slow? Am I fine? Are
Yeah,
they going too fast? You like it's I think about that kind of shit all the time where you're like,
yeah.
should I have a kid yet? Should I not? Maybe I
I don't even have a
should.
job,
I don't even have a job. Like I really
but my friends are like living in a house,
yeah.
by themselves. Like, yeah, I think that's the one thing. Oh man, I just cracked my knuckle right in the mic. That's funny. But I think that's like the one thing that you kind of have to take from your parents. I feel like my mom has always told me like you don't have to have it figured out, you know.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to have it figured out right now. You don't have to, compare where you're at with other
Mhm.
people. And that's the one lick of advice that is hard to accept.
It's a
That's true.
oh,
That's true,
it's really hard.
Not everybody's in the same place like
Oh
whatsoever,
yeah.
and but it's also hard when you have friends who are doing it and they
Doing really
are,
good.
putting in the work and
Yeah,
it's difficult. It's difficult.
it
But
is
you know,
difficult.
we're here. You know, I'm still in school. You just graduated.
Just finished.
You know, our friends. You know, some haven't even gone to school.
That's true.
They
Yeah.
have whole families now.
Hmm.
You know, so you know, we're just all in different stages of life. But it's insane. It's insane to live right now, just in general.
Yeah. Um, I was, oh, with, can't remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna bring something up because you brought it up. I can't quite remember. There's something I was gonna say, but I'll just go to a different thing. I was gonna agree with you on how you're saying 2023 you wanted to start doing more projects and getting more productive and actually like really doing it.
Yeah.
I also want to do like a very similar thing too this year. I thought about it too. I really think that, um, especially when, spoiler alert for anyone who didn't hear, when I failed that semester of college, um,
Whoop whoop.
production in video, like doing the YouTube or live streams or anything like that, they went so far down on my list, my to do list. I just didn't enjoy doing it. I was depressed. I was like, this sucks. And then when I
Yeah.
had to go back to college and finish that semester that I messed up, I feel like I was so busy trying to make sure I wasn't going to fail again, that I also didn't really have time to go do videos. But like video production is what I love. And that's literally what I ended up wanting to do with my career after I graduate. So I think this year specifically, I'm going to try working on videos again, trying to pump out whatever kind of content. It could be classic stuff like vlogs, bullshit like that. It could be new stuff like maybe some short films if I start writing some scripts.
That would be sick.
I just want to pump. I think I want to do like how you were talking about doing. We talked about this before the podcast started. How you want to do like once a week, maybe some kind of song or musical
Yeah, yeah.
thing, some kind of
Just
post, some
something
kind
to
of interaction.
yeah, trying to
I,
influence, you
I
know.
thought I wanted to do maybe a live stream once a week,
Dude, that would be
even if it
sick.
was short. It doesn't have to be like long
Like on
ass live stream.
Twitch?
Yeah, Twitch. Um, just because I think then at least I'll say I was productive enough to keep on it.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
to it for a whole year, which I got to do before the end of the week then if I want to do that. But or maybe I'll start next week. But
Dude,
that's kind
I
of my
mean,
goals. I want to get back into video production and video creation because especially if I do get a job with something along my degree, then I'm probably going to be editing or designing for someone else. So I definitely want to make my own stuff that I think is good.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
I mean, you got to have that it's kind of like that work-life balance, you know,
yeah.
even for your creativity, you know, you can only
Hmm.
do so much creativity for someone else, you know, that's not you.
Hmm.
So you kind of got to I guess take that, you know, in between. But no, that is super sick. I was actually gonna talk to you about that because I kind of figured you were trying to do the same thing, as far as creativity wise. Why don't we like try and find a day in the week where we're both available, like pretty consistent, and then take the time where we both sit down and we both work on our creative stuff. So that way we keep each other accountable for working on it, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like, you know, just pumping out projects and we can help each other on projects and stuff
Oh
like
yeah. I
that, you
mean, that would
know.
be sick. I mean,
I think that would probably be the most productive way. I mean, you're not going to be productive if you
no, I mean,
try and
it
keep yourself
exactly.
accountable, you know,
No, that would be
is
sick
hard. So,
because honestly, if we stick to it, we can always come back to this podcast, give an update,
yeah, exactly.
you know,
Exactly. Talk about
talk
future
about
plans and
future, present. I mean, hell, picking one day out of the week to dedicate creative work, whether it be writing, editing, music production, video production, we could literally at times just record a podcast,
yeah,
get
no,
our thoughts
literally.
out
I
like
mean,
that.
it's
I
literally
mean,
creativity. A
it's just
podcast is
pumping out
creativeness. So,
content that is important, I think. I
yeah,
think consistency is one of the biggest tools nowadays on the internet.
100%.
Consistency and
And it well,
yeah.
not even that, but I think it's crazy how many people are listening to podcasts right now,
Oh yeah.
and so many people are listening to podcasts that relate to a certain topic or always have a certain topic theme of
Hmm.
each episode, you know,
Oh
like
yeah.
some
Oh yeah.
uh like Alyssa's podcast, the Mom Pod.
Yeah.
Shout out to those fools. Um, but a lot of their stuff is like women directed,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
No, their
it's
podcast is
always
great.
about like
I've heard a
real,
couple episodes.
yeah,
They're really
it's like
good.
real content on like
Mm-hmm.
just real and specific things, and I think it's a really good podcast.
No,
Honestly,
it's
it's really
incredible.
good.
There's so many spectrums now in the podcast realm. I've seen sports podcasts. I literally had to listen to a podcast for college or during the summer about the history of the New York Christmas tree, whatever that hell that's called.
Interesting.
New
Like
York? Yeah, New York.
like Rockefeller
Rockefeller,
Center.
that's the one. Rockefeller Christmas tree.
Oh,
And I
nice.
listened to a whole podcast, and it's like this guy
Can't believe
giving
I
the
got that right.
history, and there were like sound effects to it during the storytelling, and that's a whole other realm that I think podcasts, honestly,
You
that's
even
one
have
of my
storytelling podcasts, and
storytelling
like, you know,
podcasts is
yeah.
amazing.
Dude, there's music podcasts. There's literally
Yeah,
podcasts where instead of listening to music, you're just
hmm
listening to some people talk about music. You know?
exactly, dude.
So I mean, it is incredible the things you can do with a podcast. I mean, and there's so many people you can reach from so many different, you know.
Hmm
I mean, Spotify is universal. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can reach people anywhere, you know. And that's one crazy thing about the internet that I think about like all the time is just like, you know, we have a whole computer, phone, camera,
Yeah.
like the Swiss Army knife of technology in our pocket, bro.
hmm
Like
Oh
that
yeah.
is incredible. Like
My phone has helped me produce so much content I cannot even describe.
yeah,
You know, like
literally.
audio, video, both. It's like it's helped me out so much.
Well, and it's like your phone can just save your life, bro. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it's insane. Like my girlfriend just got in a car accident on on Halloween,
Yeah.
and
Sorry, I just
what, you made a face,
I
so I
made a
think you're
face
gonna,
for people
what, are you gonna roast me
who
or?
can't see. No, I'm not gonna roast you. That's a new development since the
Oh
last
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
For any viewers that we still have, if you're out there, Brent, he ain't a single Pringle anymore. This is a story, bro. You should give a little life update. Tell us about your girl.
It's been a while. Well,
You don't have to give a full story. I don't want you feeling comfy, but you know,
yeah,
give
no.
a little tea.
Well, I think it was in April or something like that of
Okay.
like this of 2022. God, I almost said of this year. It's not this year.
Yeah.
Of 2022 for this band called the Band Camino. And she was there at the concert. I actually went with my friend Greg. I had no ticket. I didn't buy a ticket. They were all sold out. I was so bummed. And then the day before, he was like, "Hey, I got an extra ticket for this band. Like, I don't know if you listen to them, but they're called the Band Camino." And I was like, "There's no way." Like,
Yeah.
there's no way. So of course I hopped on the opportunity. I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we drove down to. He's like far. He lives like past Oxnard. He lives like 6 hours away
Mm,
in like up California,
okay.
towards like Northern Cali. And the show was in Santa Ana, I think.
Okay.
Or no, it was in Orange, so kind of like by the beach or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Down over in that area at the observatory, but we met down there and we made it somehow super close to the stage. Like probably like
Nice.
maybe like 5 rows of people back from the stage, and like we hadn't been waiting that long, so it was like, oh shit. And we had general admission, we didn't have VIP, we didn't have early access, so like
Mm.
all these other people were in like way before us, but somehow we got these like really good, like we got really close to the stage, and we were like, dude, this is so sick. So um the the opener is on, whatever, and this girl like bumped into me. And I was like
I
turned
don't
around
even
and
know if I've heard the full
I
story.
was like, hey, yo, what the heck? And I turned around and it was cute Latina girl. And I was
God,
like,
I hope you guys don't break up
yeah,
because this is gonna age well.
yeah, this would suck. But
It's all right. It's all right.
nah, she was like super cute. Uh, she had like glasses on, which that's already my thing, bro. So I was like, ooh, shoot, like, all right, bet. And she had a moon tattoo on her arm, and that's cool because I have a moon tattoo on my arm. So I was like, oh, I gotta say something, right?
Yeah, of course.
So somehow I grew a pair and I talked to her. I don't even remember what I said, but yeah, we ended up talking like throughout the show, and after, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to the merch booth. Do you want to go? And she was like, yeah. So I was like, oh my God, like, what is happening right now?
Is this what it's like
Is this
to?
what it's like to have some sort of game, you know? Oh, I had the Riz. Apparently that's a new term now. I don't know.
The
The
Riz?
Riz, yeah.
I feel like, oh yeah, the
Apparently
Riz.
that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
apparently that's like
The Riz. I feel like
game.
yeah,
Apparently that's a
I've
game.
heard the Riz. I've heard it.
Yeah, I didn't know that
It's
shit until
definitely
like
new.
recently.
It's
Yeah,
new.
it's like
It's
new,
really
new.
new.
And this generation, stop with your fucking words, bro. Stop. Stop
So
with
what do you want to call it? Just
stop
game?
with woke, stop with gaslighting, stop with
Well, actually, fun
stop
fact,
with all that
just
shit.
as continue with your story
I
about
heard
your
that they're
girl,
trying to ban.
gaslighting has been officially added to the dictionary. That is a official word now. It is a actual Webster term.
Well, I guess we're never getting rid of it then.
Nope.
Well,
What if I'm just gaslighting you right now?
you could be.
I'm just fucking kidding.
Or are you mansplain? Are you gonna mansplain gaslighting to
I'm
me
surprised
now, bro?
mansplaining isn't a word yet.
I'm
I don't think it
surprised.
is.
I hope it's not. That would suck.
Could
That
look it
looks
up.
bad on us.
That's true.
That looks bad on us.
Anyway, continue with your girl. Keep going.
So, long story short, she stayed with me the whole time. We waited in this long line. We both got merch, and we walked out. I could not find my friend Greg. At this time, he had also met a girl there.
Really?
Funny enough, at the show, and she was from like Denver, and she had like flown over here to see this band, and
Oh, by the way, sorry to interrupt one more time, but
you're all good.
The word mansplain,
Yeah,
was included in 2010 by New York Times as one of its word of the year, but I don't think there's actually. No, it was added in 2014 to the Oxford Dictionaries. 2014 mansplaining. I don't even remember people saying mansplaining back in 2014. That seems like a while ago.
I mean, we were also 14.
That's fair. We probably didn't hear a lot of it. All right, sorry. I'm done talking about mansplaining.
We're actually men now, so I feel like it applies to us more.
It's true. It's true. So Greg is finding a girl too.
Yeah, so he found this girl literally like maybe 10 minutes before Ashley bumped into me.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird, but we were at the merch table, had no idea where this fool was, so I was like, damn. Well, I guess I don't get to say bye to this fool, right? So I walk out with her, and I walk her to her car at this point because she is very untrusting of men, and she watches a lot of the ID channel and serial killer shit.
Oh, great.
She was like,
"That's a good start."
She's like, "This is about to murder me," you know. Like she's not. Apparently, she's just not used to guys being nice, you know, trying to just.
Bummer.
Because I was like, hey, like I can walk you to your car, you know, and, like just being chivalrous.
Yeah, as one should do.
As one should, you know, without any expectation.
Yeah.
Of anything. Keywords. But yeah, so
I forgot I had coffee.
Oh shit, dude! I finished mine. Sad. I might go in there and get more later.
Good.
Not right now though. We got a podcast to make right now. But I ended up using my words once more before she left, and I was like, "Hey, you want to go to In-N-Out right now?"
And she said yes.
And that said yes.
No way.
Yeah.
This is a crazy story,
dude.
Bro.
I know, right?
This
this never happens to me ever. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's
scary.
because I lost weight. That's why. It's because
But
girls have more respect for you when you're not fat.
This is a fact.
Yeah.
This is a fact.
So we went to In-N-Out. And funny enough, Greg and that girl
No way.
were,
What?
were sitting
Why
there
am
in
I
In and
not
Out.
surprised at all?
Dude, and he looked at me, he's like, bro, how'd you know we were here? And I was like, bro,
I didn't.
why didn't you say anything? Like, so we all sat at a table together. We all had In and Out, and we all went our separate ways. But again, I opened my big old mouth flap, and I
Well, it
asked
seems to
her,
be working so far,
yeah.
so I get why.
So I asked her for a number, and she gave it to me. So
Woo!
yeah, pretty crazy stuff, man. So that happened. It was pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. And
That's crazy, man.
so we were like talking ever since, and we became friends and just hung out here and there.
Yeah.
And then opened my mouth flap once again, and
So did
and
you
now we're
ask?
here.
Did you ask? Are you guys
I
like?
did, yeah. We're like, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. So I did ask, and I asked the day we went to Heart Rock. It was all romantic. I didn't ask her at Heart Rock because I was scared,
Yeah.
but I asked her like way after,
Okay.
like back here at the house. But
Well, that's cool,
yeah,
man. So
so
there you go, ladies. It's too late. You missed your opportunity.
yep, I know. And then once I cut my hair and everything, bro, it's gonna be over for you. Yeah.
That's true. I didn't even think when you cut your hair, when you have short hair again one day, now that you're thin, that's gonna be a whole new look.
I know. My face is gonna not look round.
I know.
I
Gonna
can
look like a
shave the
face
sides
should
again. I
look.
can shave the sides again.
That's gonna be me this year, bro. Me next. I'm gonna
Yeah.
lose weight this year.
Do it, bro.
It's already annoying me, but
You
I'm
just
trying
gotta grind hard, man. Grind hard.
next week I'm actually going to start implementing a little bit of like exercise or just, being active.
Yeah.
This week I haven't. This week I've just been trying to get used to getting into the habit of eating healthier choices.
Yeah.
I'm not like on a strict diet, but like I am trying to make sure that when I eat something, like today I went to the store, I just had to pick up ice. And then Jonathan wanted like some kind of candy or something. He wanted to buy something. So I was like, oh, I'll just get him a candy. And then I
Yeah.
went into the store completely thinking I'm about to buy myself a candy because I also would love a candy. And then I walked in.
As everyone would.
Yeah. And I told John, all right, pick whatever one you want. And then I started looking around like, that one looks good. Ooh, Sour Patch strawberries. Ooh. And then it immediately... It was so funny because I just had to look at myself and be like, wait.
What am I doing?
What am I doing? I'm literally this is the moment. This is when I
where
have to say no.
choose.
Like
This is where I have to choose.
And it was such a sad moment to buy my brother candy and not myself. But
You
that also
bought
speaks
yourself a head of cauliflower. You
Head
gotta
of
do what you
cauliflower.
gotta do out here, bro.
But honestly, bro, in a sad like I don't know if it's completely sad, but in a way, I'll just say it was a weird thing to look at myself and think the fact that I had to think about making this choice instead of just it being like that.
Yeah.
I was like, God, I gotta work on it. I gotta work on myself this year, and I think it's gonna be worth it. I don't want to look the way I do now anymore. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good about it. I promise.
Yeah, bro.
That's a Woodsmen Podcast promise, the first of its kind.
Have you weighed in?
No, I should.
You need to weigh in like tomorrow and text me where you're at. Well,
damn, so you can keep me accountable?
Yeah. Because then I'm going to bring it up on every single podcast. And be like, what'd you weigh in at? I'm going to have you weigh in. I'm going to text you before every single create day we have. And I'm going to tell you weigh in before you get here, or else I'm going to bring...
Bring what?
I'm going to bring my weight. What is it called?
Oh,
my
make me weigh in here?
Yeah, or I'm going to make you weigh in here. And every single podcast, I'm going to be like,
right.
Hey,
have
you lost?
That's fair. I'm telling you, man, I'm serious about it this year. You. The game.
Dude,
God damn it.
Hey, it gets you there, bro.
No, yeah, I'm down for that because, like I said, I am serious about it this year. So if it needs uncomfortable accountability, I'll take it.
I mean, sometimes that's really all it takes, bro.
It really is.
Having someone to believe in you, and then just having someone where it's like some days you can just, you can just get on my nerves. But
Oh
then
yeah.
other days you're like, man, if I didn't have this fool pushing me, I would not be where I'm at, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you just gotta go for it, man. You just gotta do it, you know? I
That's the
mean,
goal, man. Oh, the goal right now is 60 pounds. I don't know exactly what I weigh, but
it's a good starting goal. That's like
60
it's a good
is
starting.
definitely something I could manage to lose.
Yeah. I mean, my goal was 50. I mean, I didn't think I would get down to where I was in a year because I
Yeah.
was even lower than I am now. But I
Oh,
think
so
now I've kind of gained more muscle.
I know you're pretty low now. Do you know how much you've lost from the very beginning at this
From the
point?
very beginning, the lowest I've gotten
Yeah.
since the very beginning, I weighed in at 167,
Damn.
and my highest was 256. Um, but now since I've been doing a lot more lifting and a lot more exercising and body exercising and um, just trying to cut back, I think I've gained a little bit more. I'm at like 175 right now. Um,
Okay.
so I'm
That's not a
only
bad
only
weight.
a couple pounds, like I think 8 or 9 pounds up. But I know a lot of it is more muscle
I was
for
gonna say it
sure,
doesn't.
cause like my
You haven't
arms and
looked like you've
everything are,
gained any like bad weight on
yeah,
you at all.
yeah.
So
So I'm thinking it's more of that, which I'm just thankful that I'm where I'm at now. you know,
hmm
um, the goal this year is to get lean and mean, though. I'm
lean and mean.
trying to do it, bro. I'm gonna have my beach bod this year. That's my
That'll
goal.
probably be my 2024. 2023. I'll get thin. I'll get down all the weight I gotta, whether it be 60 more, you know.
Yeah.
But 2024, then I'll join you on the getting jacked. We'll take the rocks diet, the rocks
Oh
exercise
my
workout,
god, dude.
get built as.
No neck, just all trap.
So
No neck,
do
all
you
trap.
do you by the way off topic? Do you think the rocks take steroids?
No.
No, you think he think he's all
Legitimately,
natural?
I think he's all natural.
Really?
I
Because,
do.
like, I never thought about it. I always thought he was natural too. But then for some reason, I think someone on TikTok mentioned that, like, there's no way that he doesn't take it. Like, look at his body. And then they show pictures of him where he does look like,
Roided out,
you know,
just
where it's like, wow,
you're
how
like,
does a
whoa.
man look like that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I could see how they think that, but I've never really seen anything about the Rock and steroids
I
controversy.
haven't either. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything about
Also,
The Rock with
am I
steroids.
just uneducated or like what is the big deal with taking it? Like why is it so frowned upon by some? I know it's not
Um,
frowned upon by all, but I feel like when you hear about like didn't Liver King, do you hear about that? How Liver King came out saying he took steroids and it was like, "Oh, big deal." Like, you know. I don't know
um,
why sometimes it's such a big deal. I don't know enough about it.
maybe it's just like I don't know what the big deal is, other than I know your pee gets small. Um, that's all I know, and that's all I care to know enough for me
That's
to
enough
like
for you
my
to not
pee
take
is
it.
already small enough,
Yeah, you don't need to.
and like yeah, like I don't no, I don't need that. So um, but I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I
That's
just
a
always thought
good
about it.
thing.
I've never.
That would be a good thing to get a guest on that is just super into fitness. Like
That's what we should do. Yeah,
we should have a fitness episode
every
where
now and
we just
again, we
ask
should have a
them
special
like,
guest here that like knows about a certain topic.
yeah, yeah. I
Could be
mean,
about health. It could be about sports,
this is
movies.
technically the first episode of the Woodsmen Podcast, so like you guys are in the testing phase,
Yeah,
at
this
this
is like
point.
a legitimate episode. I feel like because that's true. You know what's crazy? The only episodes that have actually been posted so far of the Woodsman was the Discord episodes.
Yeah, this is like the first
This is like
official.
actual first episode.
Yeah,
This is
so
cool.
this is the brainstorming episode.
Exactly. There's always got to be one.
Yeah,
Honestly, this
at least
episode
one.
has been really fun already. I think because
It has.
you know you and I always mention right at the beginning that we never know what we're going to talk about. I feel like this one we did way better at flowing through topics and kind of
Yeah,
segueing.
and we don't even have a script right now.
I know.
We're just vibing
Exactly. Two
hardcore.
bros hanging out.
Two bros
Chilling
sitting
in
in a garage.
3 feet apart because they're kind of gay.
Because just a little bit. I mean, we both got our socks on, but
That's true. That's
it could change at any
so
time.
it's safe.
The shoes are off, so easy gripper access,
So I have a feeling about 2023. I told Isaac about it. It's a very
Okay.
simple thought, but I wonder if you agree. The simple thought is I think 2023 is actually going to be a pretty good year. Very simple. But here's the thing. Obviously, I know there's going to be bad. I mean, it's already started off with like that football player,
Jeremy Renner.
Like it's
Ken Block.
Dude, it's starting off a little tipsy.
It's rough. It's only
But
been like 4 days.
It's 4 days, but I still
We're officially
feel like
5 days
overall,
in. It's 1 a.m. now. Yeah.
Overall, because think about it, Jeremy Renner getting hit by a snowplow and living is a lot better than at the start of 2022, Betty White dying.
That's very true.
That was a loss.
Now, what if it was Robert Downey Jr.?
Dying?
Yeah. No.
Oh, just getting hit?
If he was in Jeremy Renner's position,
oh, dude. I mean,
it would be way more.
Yeah, but I don't want to
talk.
like hate on Jeremy Renner, but yeah, I do feel like it would be a bit of a different story.
Which sucks because I love Jeremy Renner. Just seems like a fun guy.
Yeah.
He just seems like a man's man.
I can't believe he sings.
I can't believe it either.
And he's really
He's
good,
actually good.
too.
Yeah, he's good.
It's insane.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
But anyway, so overall, I do think, even though it's been a bit of a tipsy
I also
start,
don't understand that Paul Rudd is in his 50s.
Dude, he doesn't age.
Tom Cruise.
What's his name? John Wick.
Keanu Reeves.
I
feel like he ages.
Ages,
but like he ages like fine wine.
But I feel like
whiskey.
when he got to 39, he didn't. He just got a little.
Yeah, he
bit
just
of
stopped. He just kind of stopped aging, and then the beard got a little gray, and that's about it.
Did you ever see? Speaking of Keanu, I never watched the new Bill and Ted. I didn't know if I could.
Fun fact: I haven't seen any of the Bill and Ted.
Really,
movies.
I haven't seen any except the first. But I only saw the first like a year and a half ago.
Understandable.
But it's honestly really good. Do you know? I don't know how much you know about comedy, but do you know George Carlin?
Yes.
George Carlin is in that movie, and he's like the time traveling expert, like,
oh my gosh,
guy
really?
who guides them on their journey the whole time. And
he's
the whole
like
time he's like
their
wearing
shaman
like
for the future.
Yeah, like a neon jacket, or not neon, but like silver,
like chrome.
Like chrome thing. Yeah, chrome. Future. Everything's chrome in the future.
I hope not.
So what do you think about 2023? Do you think it's going to be good? Do you have bad expectations? Do you have good?
2023. Well, man, I really want it to be good. I really do.
I do too.
Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's kind of just felt like it's been 2019 for like 3 or 4 years, man. Like,
I feel like 2020 is what's been feeling like it just keeps dragging. I feel like this is still just chapter 3, but like now it's starting to slow down finally.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I'm hopeful. I hope, that everything just runs smoothly and, we can be out of the season in life, bro. I just feel like this last season, I don't know about you. I don't even know when your season started, but my season has been long, I've been losing weight, but mentally, it's just been a long season, man.
It's been tiring. I mean, and that's why I kind of I'm hopeful, because I feel like a lot of people have kind of, I mean, unless I'm just seeing things, but it feels like a lot of people are going through that same motion right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The whole, like all of us. And
yeah.
I gotta have faith that this year we're gonna like finally come together and like figure some out. All of us, everyone.
I, dude, I hope so.
I don't
'Cause
know.
I don't know, man. I feel like everyone's trying to get themselves out of the COVID era.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think like the losing weight, because we've had a lot of friends that have been going through that right now.
Oh yeah.
I think
Oh yeah.
that's kind of been part of, the process.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's just kind of trying to, all right, I got to get my life back together,
Yeah.
And I don't think everyone's quite there yet, but I think everyone is getting there, like you said. So I just hope it continues. I just hope we keep moving forward because it was a long year this last year, bro.
It was
It
long.
was a long year. It was short, but it was so long. You guys get it.
Yeah.
You guys get it. But
So, do you let's do this. Let's make our Woodsman Podcast predictions
okay.
this year. What do you think is something that is going to happen this year? Even if it's like crazy or if it's like uh you know, understand like I could see it happening. Like a fun little game. What are some predictions we think are going to happen this year?
Can you go first? I feel like I need an
Sure.
example.
I think that there's going to be some kind of space like historical moment this year.
One knows really odd,
What?
like really odd,
What's that?
because all I could think about before you said anything was, damn, I feel like there's gonna be some big UFO thing.
Oh, really?
Like, I think there's gonna be, just this year alone, there's been over hundreds of accounts of
Mm.
UFOs. Like, just this year, just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2022.
No, there's been a lot. Yeah.
Um, and with the Pentagon coming out with, like, yeah, our pilots have seen some, like coming from the Pentagon,
Have you heard about that guy
I
on
think,
TikTok? Sorry to interrupt,
no, you're good.
but the guy very recent there's two guys on TikTok who always like spill drama or
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about stuff, and they were talking about this other TikToker who I did hear about once. I saw one of his videos. He made a video where he went to I'm a up for not remembering the state, so I'm just gonna
Is
say
it Vegas?
no.
Is the okay.
Maybe it was. He was driving out to the mountains,
Okay.
and he's on a road. Mountains are like far away,
Yeah.
but he can see
Yeah.
the silhouette of the mountain, and on
Yeah.
the top there is like a figure that sort of looks like a man.
Oh,
But he can make out the fact that it looks like a man.
yeah, but it's
which
like it's
means
huge. It's like huge.
If you can see it, he's huge.
Yeah.
And
he
have
had
you seen the
posted about
development
it,
of it?
like he's missing.
He's missing.
Yeah.
Because like the CIA, he said
There
the
were
CIA
people
were
like
like
in front of his house,
forcing
and,
him.
like,
They would leave when he walked out
Yeah.
front. Yeah. And dude, you just reminded me of that with the alien thing. Like, I'm telling you, I think something space related, whether it be like, some kind of extraterrestrial life thing, whether it be like space travel being made easier, Elon, I think there's going to be some space development this year.
Well, I don't know if
Some
you just
kind.
this was just since you brought up TikTok now, it
Sure,
just brought me to
Let's
another one,
go down
bro.
the hole.
Christmas Eve,
Okay.
Las Vegas,
All right.
strip club.
All right.
No bullshitting. I think it's called like the Starlight or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't misquote me. Dude, I wish it was video and then we could have had like the video pop up or something on the screen, but we can't, so ha.
I mean, if I find it or if you give it to me, I could
Put the link
Yeah.
in the description. Oh yeah, on YouTube or
on
whatever.
YouTube.
Yeah.
If we put it on YouTube, I can do it.
Yeah.
But
there were, I think it was 3 white lights and 1 red light, all in like this triangular shape in the clouds, like, nope type
mhm,
in the clouds, and whole bunch of witnesses, not just like, one person, one TikToker or whatever, like fake it, type of whole bunch of different videos, whole bunch of different, like I think they said maybe like 22 people or something,
mhm.
you know, different videos, different people, that weren't even there, like people, in a different area they could also see,
Yeah.
within visual sight, posting about it. Uh, but the thing that was creepy about it, see, a lot of people were saying like, oh, it was the strobe lights and all that kind of stuff, right? All their strobe lights are moving, but these are like standing completely still, like in the clouds. So
Mm.
that in itself is like weird. And you see no light. You know how you can see the light beam up into the sky
Yeah,
with
yeah.
those really big spotlights or whatever?
Mhm.
There's no beam, no nothing. Like it's definitely coming from up top, It's
Sure.
giant though. Like it's giant.
Yeah.
But you can see from the strobe lights that are like the rotating strobe lights like that are there at the strip club. You can see them hit, like they like pass the lights, and you can see it reflect off of something, like it bounces off of
Ugh.
something, meaning
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
there's something visible there that's metal,
yeah.
that it is reflecting the light when it hits it, which means there is something
Ooh.
actually
Yeah, yeah.
visible there, and it's massive. Like it was like,
Bro.
Star Wars, the big old
Yeah, yeah,
destroy,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like big,
Oof.
like
Yeah.
mothership type,
That's
like,
bro.
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's
I didn't go into more like
s-
detail,
yeah.
I didn't go down the rabbit hole about it, but I just saw it and saw it.
I
I
saw
saw
it.
I saw it and it was just like, wow. Like I have no idea.
It's
Yeah.
really weird. I feel like there was an era where the idea of aliens or extraterrestrial life was sort of frowned upon. Didn't
Like you
really
were crazy.
yeah,
You
you
were
were
crazy
nuts.
if you believed in that.
But I feel like we're getting very close to a time where so many people are
Yeah.
starting to see
Yeah.
so many weird things. This guy, like the guy went missing, like you said,
Yeah.
the thing in Vegas. It's like there's too many little thing, like that unidentified spacecraft they found a couple years ago. Like what the was that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like no
Yeah.
one knows what it is still. You know, and so it's
Dude,
like, how are we gonna keep this going without
there are
someone
so
asking?
many like, yeah, God, I can't believe we're going down this rabbit hole right now because I could talk about so much like this, especially that giant. The
Yeah,
giant thing is just
the giant one's really crazy.
is insane. The giant one is insane because if you were like me and Joseph, born and raised Christians, and
Mm-hmm.
you will know that there is a literal talk about giants and Nephilims and all this,
Yeah.
these big boy, David and Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
That fool is
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be like 9+ feet tall. Like,
Exactly.
you know, that's some like
It's
stuff, that's religious stuff that's like, you know, re- I mean,
it's
that
def
stuff is coming up. Like, that
yeah.
stuff is coming up. And you look at all of these, what people think are natural rock formations of
Mm-hmm.
like people laying down, like at
Yep.
the islands looking like people laying down.
Yeah. I
Are
mean,
they islands?
that's the
Are they
question,
like,
man. It's
that's
not
like
out
pretty
of the
crazy.
ballpark to think that, you know.
Yeah.
Even like you
We don't
said.
know. Like we don't,
Yeah,
like we
exactly.
weren't born, and like how naive is anybody? Like I'm sorry, bro. I know this is gonna offend people by saying something like this, but it's like, how could you be so naive to think that this is it, that we are like a small little, you know, 5'10" men are it. Like we're the
Yeah.
most superior, when there are so many in different cultures and in different religions and in different folklore, fairy tale. Like people didn't just pull this shit out of their ass.
No, I know.
What did they get that from? No one just came up with this. Like it had to have come from somewhere,
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. I
Like,
always think that that stories strain from somewhere. Like there's always a reason, you know. Things don't just get made up, especially when it's so consistent and so back and forth, you know. It's
yeah,
impossible to just think of it as like, oh, nah. It was a light. It was the moon, you know.
yeah.
What do you mean it was the moon? I can see the moon right over there, you know.
Yeah.
I know that's a weird
Dude,
way to put it, but
there's so many weird things, bro. And then you get into cryptids, and then you get into,
yeah.
Bigfoot, and then you get into dude, there a lot of this stuff has been talked about in different cultures for like
Mm-hmm.
thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
Like just in different terms. Just
Yeah.
like different names and like you look at the descriptions on some of this stuff and you're like, "Huh, this sounds a little familiar." Like
I don't know why. God, I feel like this is just random, but you made me think of a question. Do you consider this is gonna sound, I know how it sounds,
it's
but
okay.
do you feel like,
We're past an hour, so like
all right,
we're good. Like
okay,
if
well
it's
then
if it's too
this is just
much
a
if it's
random
too
question.
much
It's a random
rambling, you can
question
just cut it
because
out.
I'm thinking
Like it
about
doesn't
how
matter.
you talked about how
Yeah.
things come from stories thousands and thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how animals have adapted over these thousands of years, and I was thinking about
Uh-huh.
this thought I had a couple years ago, how the dinosaurs are gone. I feel like the dinosaurs didn't really all leave because I still feel like some of these reptiles that we have today are would have just been dinosaurs back then. Like alligators,
Yeah.
I could be convinced that an alligator is literally just a dinosaur
I mean,
because they literally look almost exactly the same.
so knowledge, right?
Knowledge.
You know how humans in the Bible used to live like up to like hundreds of years old?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So catachy- cataclysmic event happens, right?
Sure.
Something that's gonna take out the dinosaurs. Meteor,
Tsunami.
tsunami,
No, not tsunami. Like flood. Yeah.
flood. Yeah, you get me,
Earthquake.
right?
Yeah. Whatever it is.
That happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dinosaurs somehow gone, right? No more dinosaurs being created, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Humans also stop living as long.
Okay.
We live up to about maybe 100 years now.
Yeah.
Maybe. So, what cataclysmic event scientifically could have happened to affect the Earth's ozone layer enough to then break? I'm trying to remember how this is worded because I've I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Anyways, long story short, what
Don't
was I gonna
worry.
say?
I'll edit it to make it sound like you know what you're talking
Yeah, yeah. I
about.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. The flood
Okay.
could have affected us enough to be the thing that stops us from aging so long, you know.
In what
Um,
way? What do you mean?
because it would have. This is the thing I can't remember, like without sounding like stupid. But
I
for
just
some
don't.
reason, it does something.
Maybe we skip the dinosaur bit. of the
Dude.
podcast.
Anyways, the way humans have not been able to age for hundreds of years
Is
could
because
just be dinosaurs. Just be the same way dinosaurs are no longer dinosaurs. Like lizards
What?
could just be dinosaurs that aren't, getting enough time to age up to dinosaurs. Does that make sense?
Okay, I think I know what you're trying to say.
Like if humans were living like if they were 900 years old,
They would look different
and
than
now we're
humans
like,
now?
and now we're like only going to 100 years.
So you're saying now dinosaurs could have been the same thing, that they don't live as long now, so they don't get to evolve into more of a dinosaur-esque body.
Yeah,
That's what you're
yeah.
saying.
So in all that rambling that I just did,
I mean, okay.
you should just
Now
edit
that
that to you talking,
Oh, all right.
or
Got it.
some,
I'll make.
I
that-
don't know
I'll-
how
I'll
we're
make-
gonna
it's
recover
gonna-
that.
I'll
I don't know
just-
how we're gonna
Don't
recover
worry.
that.
I'll make it funny. I'll just put in a bunch of those like beep, and then it like cuts.
Okay, cool.
Anyway,
Um,
dude,
That was pretty good.
where do you
Dinosaurs,
want to go from here?
man, crazy.
We might be starting to trail off.
Yeah, we can just end it here.
Any other topics you want to hit, or you think we're good? This is a good one.
This is a good one.
This might be my favorite one we've done. Just you and me. So
This is
far.
a good one. This is a good one.
Although I do like this one. This was a good one. Solid, probably like 7 or 8 for me. But I did enjoy reviewing that movie, the one with the kids and the mom.
That was a good one. That was a good
that was fun.
analytical.
Because we've never done something like that.
Yeah.
Watched a movie, completely different language. Like,
Yeah,
had to watch the whole thing with subtitles.
I'm pretty sure that movie's now on Peacock.
Yeah, it got big like after we
Yeah.
watched it, which is kind of fun.
We saw it before it was
It got
famous.
popular.
I think we should watch the Mothman Prophecies, but we need to listen to the rest of
That's true.
Astonishing Legends Mothman series.
You just gotta remind me. I could watch if I get my own time. I could also try and get through it too if we ever wanted to review the movie
Yeah,
together.
that would be cool. Well, yeah, guys, thanks for joining us for our first official
Yes, thank you.
Woodsmen Podcast episode. And
This was fun.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Hopefully that won't be another 6 months.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Later, Gators.
See ya.